So we thought we'd just going to jump on Rennsport. We're going to give it a go and see whether what you lot think of it, what I think of it, and whether you should give it a buy. I've been a bit slow on videos this week because I've literally just had the birth of my first son. So cheers to me for that. So I'm just running a bit behind, but I do want to get some early access stuff out on this. So we're getting, I'll show you what I do in a setup. So I don't know if anyone else has been playing this and had a similar problem. But let me just set a couple of things up, sorry. Volume stuff. New bits. I haven't done a stream for a while, so I have to check my settings. Let me know what it looks like if you can. So I did have a little fire up this earlier, but I had an appointment to go to, so I couldn't do a stream, but I had a little test. Let me just turn that down. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, we had a emergency home birth. Got told I'd probably have to deliver it myself. That's a bit scary. Scarier than playing Rennsport for the first time, that's for sure. Yeah, so we did jump in. Now, the only disappointing thing I will say is, I don't know if anyone else has started this, but when you first start, you come into this first time setup screen, and it's for setting up your controls. And when I first went in, I got like a fuel cut off halfway round. Happened 2 or 3 times. So what I did do is I jumped in, I skipped that session. I then done a proper setup of the controllers and where I want the buttons and the binding and things, and then I went back into it through this manner by going to options. If you go to the options at the bottom of the screen, I'll show you again. Oh, there we go. So if you just go to options here, you can go to the bottom and it's got first time setup again, and then if you go in, you've got the keys of where I've set them. So I've set them up similar to how Forza was, or how I set up all games for a controller in a sense, roughly thereabouts. So I haven't done too much digging around. I didn't have a lot of time. So if I just pick standard here, it's still going to have the standard settings. Every time I come back in, you do have to, on the setup, set these up again. So we're just going to put the gearbox back to manual. Engine start we'll leave automatic. Lift off throttle we'll leave manual. Blips we'll leave auto. And repeat shifts we'll just have no protection, because might slow me down, who knows. Oh, and then if we go into traction control, we'll turn that off. See what it's like. We'll go ABS, we'll go medium, stability will go off, and headlights automatic, we'll just leave that. So we'll go complete setup. So this is what I introduced you to, and then you get that little icon there that says let's race now if you complete this. So I will say I'm on a pad at first, so we're going to see what it's like. It doesn't handle too bad on a pad, and to be fair, like when I first watched views that other people had done, it was the camera angle didn't look, it looked more fixed like ACC and like Gran Turismo 7, and less sort of dynamic. For if you're on a pad and you play third person, I know it helps have a bit more of a dynamic camera on the back. So I will say it doesn't feel too bad. Oh, hasn't seemed to remember any of my buttons though. So I will say there seems to be a couple of bugs that have started. Other than the running out of fuel, you just see it had me B for upshift, but now I'm in here and B still pit limiter. So what we'll do quickly, we'll just pause it, we'll go into the options. There you go. Controls, and if you right trigger across to Xbox wheel controllers, Xbox wireless controllers should I say, steering's there, we're going to go down, throttles RT, brakes LT. Clutch we're going to just change to A. I will have to bind some other buttons later, no doubt. Upshift we'll do to B. No. Yep. And then downshift will be X. Turn right. We need our other one. We need is the pit limiter. We're going to have to change. So if we go to bindings, I think pit limiter's there, so if we go to controller, assign button, we can assign that to Y, override. So it's probably going to be other stuff we'll have to change, that should be enough to get us through this section quickly. And you can have a quick look at how this feels on a controller. So now I can select gear. Like I say, if you do start this off straight from the bat on the game, then let me just turn the volumes down a little bit. So yeah, when I did start, I got about, where would it be, coming up to Ascari, and I sort of run out of fuel. So when I went back into the game or skipped that session, then done my controller setup, then you can go back to do this session if you like, and then it seemingly doesn't run out of fuel. So but what you will notice is there's a power icon on the right next to the engine management light where it's got my 4th gear and my speed in the middle. You'll see that that power button or the power light goes off, and even if you try and restart the car, it doesn't seemingly do anything. So now I will say it does act like it's got the suspension from a Volvo S40 and not the touring car kind. So I mean, the suspension can be a little bit wallowy. You can be pretty smooth with the controller. It generally wants you to sort of more hold the joystick where it is than nudge it. Oh, and you get no braking lines. And when I'm talking, I forget where to brake. So give me 2 seconds. But yeah, other than that, it doesn't feel too bad. It feels like you'd be competitive. Traction control's on 2 at the moment. You can push select and bring up like a oh, don't lock me out. Oh. Right, let's turn some of that traction control off. Oh, and down does different driving views like this, whereas right on the stick changes your views. Where is it? So if you skip through, our traction control's on 1, so we'll leave that on 1. It's a little bit like if you try and wrestle the joystick, like sort of tagging it left, or right, or you have to sort of watch for the weight shift, because there's a lot of weight shift. It's like the car weighs 3 tons. And I haven't done this much, and there's no lines to go off, so we'll just have to see what we can do. So the idea is if you do 2 laps, you get the logo. The other disappointing thing I will say at the moment is we've got early access for 72 hours, but seemingly there's no multiplayer planned until the 13th. If you go, I'll show you when I come out. If we go into multiplayer, there's nothing to do. So what we can do is we can have a go at a time trial and see how we stack. Oh, just a bit late there. Chatting too much. Yeah, we can have a quick go at a time trial, see how we stack up. And then there's a single player championship. We can see how the AI behaves. So we're going to brake just around the 150 mark. About there. 3rd gear should be enough. You can really feel the weight when you throw it in a bit aggressively. I think you'll definitely be smooth on the wheel, but to be honest, I think, well, you can probably do more on a controller than I thought you could at first. It seems to be the back wheels you've got to watch out for. I thought it'd be more front on this game, to be honest. Kind of like ACC. And Gran Turismo 7, you seemingly are quite easy on a control pad to overwork the front tyres, which just loses you time everywhere. So this is just the standard M2 that you start in, so it's not blistering really quick. 100 mile an hour, 110, with about 140. If you play 4s, are probably equivalent of like a B-class car or something like that. Probably slightly better handling, or who says. But I think games like this might highlight, you know, how good games like Forza actually are, because I tell you what, Forza's quite a good, easy game to pick up and play and get some great racing satisfaction out of. I can see this you're going to have to work a bit harder, especially on a controller. Let's we'll have one more lap quickly, just to see if we can get a decent one and not overkill the braking this time around. And again, we're going to go just before the 150 here, so we're going to go about now. Oh, I feel that rotation from the rear If you don't get it slowed down early enough, that's probably still slightly too late then, and you sort of have to chuck it in a bit harder. You can definitely feel the over rotation from the rear. You can nicely hold it on a smooth angle for a corner like this though, to be honest. It's hard to stop yourself from tapping it sometimes, but it's quite... I haven't changed any of the settings. There is quite a few controller settings you can change. Oh, going to cut that corner. And that one. But I would say, like, if you're wondering whether to get early access or... Oh, there you go. I'm not sure if this game's ready for early access and warrants the extra money yet. I mean, you'll get the cars, that's for sure. So if you want the DLC packs and you think you're going to put the time in, but at the moment for the early access, there's no multiplayer. It's probably more of a practice zone, which I suppose ain't a bad thing. But you can see on a controller, it's going to be... It's not going to be impossible. I think I'm going to be able to do a fairly good lap time. We'll try one of the GT cars in a time trial in a minute. See if we can't kill ourselves. Okay, you're going to go around 150 market. You do have to kind of feather the throttle a little bit. If you hold it pinned, you do start to feel the extra rotation from the rear, and it's harder to mitigate with a controller than it is with a wheel. Wheel, you're just going to have to slightly loosen your hands a little bit, whereas this, you've got kind of... Oh, bit hard. See, as soon as you go late, you can see how quick them tyres overheated. God. It's a little... Oh, I'm looking at the chat screen there, sorry. What have we got? So we can try something else. That's Monza in the M2 anyway. We go to main menu. We've done the 2 laps, should have got the prize. How are we doing? How many people got? Yeah, not bad. So yeah, basically, if you're going to multiplayer, this is what I found pretty disappointing, really, because you know who doesn't mind chucking himself straight into a multiplayer and seeing how you do when you all can't go. Oh look, no races have loaded up now. See, this morning there was nothing here until you went to 13th on the calendar. So it's interesting to know. So we could test ourselves. There you go. Why not? What time we got? 15:40. Just go running now, then, is it? Well, I tell you, we haven't done any of these tracks yet. This amateur. Ooh. I don't even know what I'm doing. It's the first time I've been in here. Can we not join one of these? That's already started. Oh, there we go. Registered for something. Spa. Oof. Can we practice, please? Well, we've got 3 minutes till that starts, and we'll give a practice round Spa in the M2 then. But yeah, earlier it didn't have any multiplayer races. There's a little bit of single player. It starts you off in rookie straight away with the M2 as the first and only one you can do. Where did it start? It's around the Rennsport circuit. I would say, you know, it's tough at 65 quid 3 days early to, I don't know. I'll get the wheel out in a little while and we can try it on the wheel. But these are my first impressions. But honestly, when I first turned it on earlier, and I was racing that Monza and the fuel ran out, and then it wouldn't let you restart, and I had to jump out a couple of times, and I tried restarting it, and in the end I just skipped through, then set up all the control and went back, and it stopped doing it. But it was very annoying to come on and get bugged straight away, especially seeing the game's been out for a while. That's the problem with modern gaming, is everything still requires a fix. Has anyone else got this? Anyone else tried this? Everyone waiting for PMR? I will say PMR looks like the interesting one to me for this year. Endurance Motorsport looks interesting. Don't know if anyone's seen much on that as well. That looks interesting. You can race together as on a team endurance event from different places. Even have a team manager. That could be different. I don't know how I'm going to do on Spa around here, I'll be honest. I'll do Spa. I know it, but I don't know what it's going to be like in this. What have we got? Hopefully we'll be able to stay on for a little while and I'll be able to get my steering wheel out. But I said on the beginning of the stream, I just had a baby boy on Friday, so I am trying to sort of juggle time with everything at the moment. I've got a week off work, that's all I got. Hey, he's a beautiful boy though. .35 seconds. We'll see practice qualifying. Race is 10 minutes, grid start. I'm not expecting much, but we will see. Sure, I can't see my name on there. And I can see this being a bit tricky on, like I say, I did say on a video before, I think this one's going to be a bit trickier on the controller. That's to say, and I don't know what, not many people have been able to try PMR too much, but I've seen a video recently on it where someone was trying a control pad and they didn't look too bad. But I think these games are predominantly going to be for a wheel, but then if you want hardcore sim games in a sense for a console, then you're going to probably have to start getting your wheels out if you're not already. Right. Oh, we've got some pit lane shenanigans. Come on, mate, you can go. Well, here goes Eau Rouge. Oh, he almost rubbed me out, didn't he? I can't hear my car at all. Gonna brake on the curb. That seemed to work. Oh, hello. I might let these go because I haven't. Current and next lap cancelled for a corner cut. I mean, it's a bit early in the lap to cancel this one and the next one. I can't hear my car at all. Oh. Look, you can't even hear my car. What's going on there then? That's difficult when you can't hear your own car, I'll tell you that much. Where are we all there? Yeah, I am really looking forward to PMR as well. There's definitely room for both, especially on console. I agree with that. But I don't know why my sound's bugged out. It's definitely can't hear the car. Oh, looks like we're off. Look, no car noise at all. That's going to hurt me, isn't it? What's going on there? That is annoying. I'll sort that out in a second, but I think it's the game and not me, because it definitely had the sound a minute ago. Oh, it's not going to like that, is it? Yeah, I knew it'd punish me for that. Alright. We're going to lose a little speed. We're going to leave it in fourth. Not too bad on the controller, to be fair. Especially since you can't hear anything. I can hear the vibration of the control pad more than anything else. Oh. As soon as you go a bit late on the brakes and chuck it in, it's definitely aggressive on that rear end. Let me get back on track. I'm going to abandon the session because I can't hear anything. I might have to... looks like the whole game sound's gone out. What's happened there? Is it just on me, or is it on the stream the engine noise is off? We'll give it a restart and see what it does. At least there's some multiplayer events to jump into. So how many of you are going to be trying to play on a pad, and how many of you are going to be on the wheel? How many pad players we got? I like the wheel, but sometimes it's a pain to get out. Like, and if you limit time, it's just easy to jump on a pad and get stuck in. The wheel can be a bit... I need more space, that's what I need. Right, let's just have a quick... we'll have a quick time trial around Monza in the M2 and see how that fares. See what we can get ourselves. There you go, a bit of engine noise. It's a little bit like ACC, probably not as lethal when you know when you get the over rotation off the rear and you can't control it. On this you can kind of catch it, probably a little bit more. And the view's a little bit more dynamic. Rotates a little bit, it's not too static. Brake just before the 150. The controls are sensitive, so it might be a case of just going in and dialing them out a little bit. You can hold it on the corner like that, not too bad. A little bit twitchy off the curb. Traction controls on 2, I think that's not helping. Push selector brings up a little menu where you can change the settings. You can configure it for buttons as well. That wasn't a cut. Take a few goes just to learn this sort of, like I say, the over rotation, the fact, I mean, don't get me wrong, you should always get most of your braking done early, but you can't help it sometimes, especially if you're learning the track. But you sort of go in, if you go in too hard, look, you can catch it, but very easy to over rotate. So you have got other views. Let's have a look. Is he in car? To be fair, looks pretty good. Looks good visibility. Whoop. Whoop. Oh. Right. Let's go back from the beginning. I'll do another lap. You've got a sort of in car with your further field of view. It is really sensitive on the stick though. Thanks, Racecraft. Oh, where am I going? Keep looking at the chat screen, I've missed my braking. Well, I'll be honest, this view feels alright. You know, it's like sometimes when you change the view, it changes how the game feels sometimes. There you go, getting a good feel around there. What? There was never a cut. I feel sometimes you might find it's easier on some of the tougher bends to leave it in the higher gear. Maybe get down as you're getting out if you need to. Still too much for second end though. Overall though, for a game that doesn't have any racing lines, I wouldn't say it's too hard to see your braking zones or judge them. Especially if you've done most of these tracks before. I'll be honest, feels alright on controller in this view though. The view out the rear view mirror looks a bit 1980s Formula 1 game though. You know, I tell you what, for the stick that Forza gets, it's a clean looking game that behaves itself. They just dropped the ball with the launch. Physics don't feel too bad. Sorry, I'm trying to look at the chat screen whilst going round. Yeah, physics don't feel too bad, to be honest. It's probably more rear end than I thought it would be, which is a good thing. I'd rather be able to over-rotate a car than suffer with understeer all the time. I'm going to brake on about the 150 mark. Probably going to just be late there. No, got it. Yeah, no, 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 no. So yeah, physics are don't feel too alien, I wouldn't say. I would say if you like on a third person view, it does look like it has a suspension of a Volvo 840. Like it's a little bit wallowy for my liking, but you know, it's almost driving like it looks like it drives like a cut and shut. You know, the front and back are two different cars. Oh. Oh. See, but easy overdrive, but it does feel easier to overdrive from the rear. And I must admit, straight away, I think it felt easier on that in-car view on the controller. Oh. So, like, you see the way if you get a curb or a bit of grass, an awful lot of bounce to mitigate if you're still trying to oversteer it. And I don't think you can be saved much on a wheel. It'd be interesting to see in a little while how it works on a wheel. I'll have to get it out and set it up, but it won't take me long. No, that's going to be a cut. Yeah, I'd definitely say it's not bad on the controller. But we'll see what we can do in a race in a little while. Front tyres are a little bit orange there going in. I think it's going to be one of them you're going to need to learn the tyre pressures and that. Not too bad at the moment, cooling off. Again, we're going to brake just before the 150. About now. Right, see if we can get a lap. It's not too difficult on a long bend to find a little bit of push on the joystick works, but when you're trying to flick it through these things, a little bit of slide. Not going to be the world's fastest lap, that's for sure. Just use the high gear there just to catch it a little bit. Same there, just let it sit in fourth in the entrance, then go down as you're ready to get back on. Seems to be better. The downshift seems to create a little bit more rotation from the rear. It's going to be alright when you want it and you're used to it, but okay, just used an early shift there just to keep the control as we're flicking the weight. No! Monaco! Right before the end. Current and next lap loss. That'd have been an alright lap then, I reckon, as well. What do we get? .204s. I think that's pretty respectable, one of these, I'd imagine. Oof. Right, well, we'll see where 204 would have got us, but we had a little bit of a penalty, so that's what we got. I will be honest, like I say, I think Forza gets a lot of stick, and I think people might appreciate Forza a little bit more when you look at what some of the other things. But Forza, they had a great studio to make a game, and then they had a shit launch. So it was kind of like them dropping the ball rather than anything else. And also, one of the problems you had with Forza, I think, is where it was released on PC at the same time as console. And if you're on PC, I think you needed a graphics card from 2077. So many people couldn't get it to play properly, and it just ended up with really bad reviews, knock-on effect from there. But Forza itself does play and look pretty good. What do we have? Let's have a look. Time trial. 2:04. Oh, look. We'd have been up there near the top 10. That's not too sad. I mean, still 4 seconds off of first, but he probably comes from Mars. Let's see if we can find something to compete with online and see how bad we do. Like I say, I would probably, don't get me wrong, if you like racing, you're probably going to somewhat enjoy it. I can't say I'm not enjoying it, but £65. I mean, I'm glad I've done it because I want to sort of give people a fair opinion first. I don't think it's a £65 game, especially seeing it's been, good 2 years in the making of beta modes and all that lot, nearly 3 years, I think. So to me, there should have been a lot less bugs. As soon as I turned it on, there was it was a pain with it just seemed to get halfway around Monza, and then you run out of fuel, or it just wouldn't start. The engine wouldn't start. It was just very strange. It was literally like buying a dud car. But look, no contest found there. What we got? Let's see what's in the official. Rookie around the Ren track circuit. 4 minutes. Let me try this one. But yeah, I'd probably hold out for PMR first, maybe. I mean, I'll do an early launch one. I'll get that as well and do an early launch and feel on that as well. So you can see what that's like. I don't think that's got early access. I think everyone's going to get that on the same day anyway. But I'd say PMR's definitely going to have more depth, even if they are similar. I mean, PMR's definitely going to have more depth than this, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what it's like on a wheel, because obviously I'm just judging it on the controller feel at the moment. So how many people on here on wheels? How many on controllers? Yeah, I'm on control at the moment. Just going through the chat questions. Yeah, I am on control at the moment. We're now going to give it a go online. We haven't done much, but it's in the M2. It's rookie, so hopefully there's only 1 or 2 aliens in here. You can switch the crossplay on and off as well, so maybe we'll see what that's like. Whether you find more lobbies or. At the moment, it seems to be you can go on, you can do a test, you can do a time trial, right? You can jump on and do an AI championship, but it's going to be pretty linear. There isn't any sort of I think you're going to get anything for it in a sense, other than unlock the next one. Sometimes it's nice to start low down and need to do it to unlock the next car or license. Yeah, and then there's the multiplayer, which we're just trying out now, which seems to just run its own roster of races, which go between, we just see amateur, rookie, I think there might have been a pro one in there or something, but basically I think you have to be in a class to get into them, so we're still to be decided. There's a question mark beside our name, so obviously not trusted yet. I'd say I am slightly disappointed. If I bought this for £65 thinking this was going to be the next big thing, to be honest, like I say, with the betas that it's had on PC, to still have a few no fuel bugs and that I felt, there's been a few bugs when I started earlier. I only got an hour on it earlier because I had an appointment, but there was a couple of bugs, like when you start it, you go into an M2 challenge around Monza, and it gets you to briefly go through your settings. You have to do your binding of controllers across a couple of different screens rather than having them all on one. I can show you that again if you want to see it. And then when I went in, the car just ran out of fuel and wouldn't start halfway round. And then I did look it up with AI and that, and it did say basically there's a couple of glitches on it where it does low fuel or no fuel when you do the M2 test. So I imagine it's been reported, but again, it's another reason why, this game shouldn't really be bugged if it's already been going for 2 years. I mean, Project Motor Racing is going to be released everywhere on a day one. You can kind of although it's not nice to say, you can kind of expect some things to have bugs when they first start and get ironed out, but it's, I suppose, how they deal with them. But this almost still seems like it's in a beta mode and they've just got everyone to fork out 64 quid for it on the Xbox and the PlayStation. But yeah, so I'd hold out. I'd probably wait for PMR out of the two. I mean, if you play Forza already, you're probably still enjoying that. PC wise, you've obviously got a lot of choice anyway, but I mean, I'm more about with the consoles for this because it's opening up the new choices. But it'd be interesting to see what the difference is like on a wheel as well, which I will test as well in a little while. But I wouldn't say, if you haven't bought it yet, I wouldn't say jump out and buy it. Control's just gone dead. Depends how much you love racing. But if you're only going for one title this month, I'd probably wait for PMR. And I will try and do a video on that early as well. As early as I can. Oh, what happened there? Did I miss it? What happened there? Oh, did I miss the jumping slot? See? Can't even get into a race. Fuji. Oh, 10 minutes. So can I come out now and do something else for 10 minutes? Yeah, so basically, like I say, when you do start, you get this first time setup. Before you get to any of these screens, you can reselect it back on the options screen. As you can see here, so you can go to race, but if you go to options, at the bottom of options you've got first time setup and it does it all over again. And when you go in there, you can well, if you have problems with, if you are playing this game and you start and you get a no fuel problem, just continue on through the game, skip the session, reset your controls, and you can go back to the start there. But you do have to go in and bind your controls. Let me go back out, which is, so if you right trigger to wireless, you can bind the steering, and then we can play with the exponent, the dead zones, smoothing. I haven't played with any of these yet, so this is still on the basic setup, exactly how it comes. It is a little bit sensitive, and I would say the dead zone's probably very close. Might be inclined to turn it up, I don't know. We'll have another go in a little while. So in here is basically where you'll bind your steering, your throttle, your gears, I think your handbrake, in your clutch, downshift, upshift, turn rights. Don't need anything on them. You just need the steerings at the top. And then if you go to right bumper, you'll get bindings, and this is where you'll combine the engine start, and you've obviously got wheel, pad and keyboard. So if you're doing the pad, you have to go to the middle, and then you can do start engine, toggle ignition, pit limiter, yellow pit limiter for a full lap, like if you want to put your limit on the full lap. Traction control and stability increase, Although that hasn't seemed to work on mine. I don't know whether it's car specific. Some cars might be able to change by the fly, but it seems to be if you push select and go through the menu screen as you're racing, you can change it again anyway. So, but I haven't been able to do it on that BMW. When I pushed them, it didn't seem to do anything. You got all your lights, rain lights, next headlights, notifications, acknowledgements. So it's one of them ones that's got too many things for a controller. You know, definitely been made with PC in mind, but I think you're going to get that with these games. You're going to have to limit to what you can bind it on unless you get something else to bind it on. Yeah, I'm on the Xbox Series X, but my PC probably isn't the most powerfulest for streaming, so, you know, don't wholly judge it on that. It's streaming, I think, at 1080, so. But we'll have a quick, see what we can do while we wait. Let's have a look at some of the tracks. So with the tracks wise, what we got? We've got Fuji, Jeddah, Orchid Road, Monza, Spa. That's a pretty mad one. With Circuit de Cresta Curus. Goodwood, haven't had a go at that. Try a quick Goodwood hill climb. Go on then. Why not? Or only a couple of people in there as well. Go on with the Mission R. Why not? So, well, we'll try the Mission R around Goodwood then quickly. We need to break more than that for turn one. And for turn two. Whoa. It's tight for the old hay bales. I don't think I've ever done Goodwood on a game, so. Whoop. Oh, we managed to stop before the bales. We'll have another go at that quickly. Yeah, it's got Zolder. I do love Zolder. I will say ACC's got a good track roster. Well, I'll tell you what. Not bad for a second go. Oh. Well, that's going to probably knock the old battery out. I'll tell you, Goodwood feels like a good challenge though, but you can see how much the car bounces around. Just kept it on. Get off that grass. Oh, I tell you what, it's just hard to get it back on that. It's hard to get it back to the left after that right-hander. Whoa, yeah, whoop. Sorry guys, yeah, put that one back on for us. Yeah, there is a lot of information on the screen, I'll give you that. Go on. Keeping it pinned since 1979. Oh, we're going to stop. Oh. This. God. I don't think that's bad. What do we get? Let's see what we got. Like I say, if you're desperate to play new racing games, then you'll probably have some fun with it, but it still feels like I've got pinched for 65 quid. Oh, fifth. Out of 10. Halfway up. 40, 42s, we can get that. Oh, how do we go back into that multiplayer then? It seems very, very not intuitive. I think this is one I'm registered for. Rejoin. Select car. We'll have that. So is that us in then? Yeah, Goodwood looked fun, but it's gonna be interesting. We'll see what it's like with other people online now, I suppose. I mean, it looked a bit brutal just getting out of the pit lane last time, but we didn't seem to have any engine sound on our own car, so it made it a bit hard. But again, no engine sound bugs and stuff like that on a game that's already been in development for 2 years, and had loads of people testing it and playing it, and everything else just seems a bit. Almost like they want a year of beta testing on console as well. I would, with PMR and Endurance Motorsport coming out, we've also got Wreckfest 2. Grand Theft Auto 6 will probably float your boat next year, so I wouldn't, if you can hold out, I wouldn't dive in on it personally. I bought it mainly because I wanted to, make the video, share what I think, answer anyone's questions if I can, and yeah, PMR's only 2 weeks away. Right, are we in, or what's happened? There you go. So we haven't done Fuji at all. Come on, mate. Yeah, little pit lane overtake. Everyone will have a bit of speed in the pits as well, why not? I've got no engine sound again, have I? Oh yeah, have I? It's hard to bloody hear everyone's engines. No, I haven't. It's like driving that Bloody Mission R. Oh, cut the grass. Why have I got no engine sound again? Again, like I say, it's just... That's twice it's happened. Let's see if we can't... Oh, no. Take it, we're going to have to park up to do that. Let's return to the pit. It's got noise in here. There you go. That's better. Oh look, it's speeding down the pit lane. Oof. Oh, there you go. Well, next time we'll put the pit limiter on. No, visually I would say the game doesn't look too bad. I mean, the scaling seems a little bit weird to me. Like, it does look like the track looks really big here. It looks like you get 6 or 8 cars side by side. The car, when you look at it, looks quite big. Look at it on the track, it can look different. Let's see how much we can muck this lap up. I haven't done Fuji for ages. I can't remember the last time I've done Fuji on what? Like ride or something. Oh, it's a bit floaty. Ooh. Oh, come on. It's only the current lap, so hopefully it'll start a new lap still. Well, I've got shit run up to it now. Well, almost made it. It is like tough on the late chucking. Not that you should always be chucking it in late, but if you are late on the brakes and you lob it in, you are going to get punished for it. Hopefully when we're in traffic we'll judge our braking a little bit better off of everybody else. Without bumping into them, obviously. Oh, look. See what I mean? Look. Where you go, mate? Fuji's tough. Look. That. Right. You know what I reckon it is? Still got it's off. Still feels like it's got stability control, I'm telling you. Even though it says it's off. It does, like, you know, like, I think it struggles with the essence of speed. Like, it feels like you're trickling around the corner just to try and keep it in control. It's very strange. I haven't really seen much to tune the car either. Look how easy it is to overthrow it with the controller on them slow bends. How long have we got left? We've got enough time for another lap. Not that it'll be impressive, I don't think. Yeah, ACC on a controller. That's what I did the first time I played it. I think the first time I played it, I put it down. Did get used to it though. It wasn't too bad on a controller in the end. You just have to be a bit. It is a bit. Read the sways kind of thing. Get your braking done early. Try and power out. But look, even then it's a bit. It's weird. There's a delay. Let's look. What have we got? Turn it down to 1. You're kind of better off in a slightly higher gear as well, I think. Got to watch off for that lift off oversteer, but there is an option to have automatic lift off control, but I've turned it off. I generally want most of the assists off. I want to punish myself. Could get a lap out of this. Oh no, shit myself then. It's one of them ones, kind of like a front wheel drive car in Forza and things like that. You kind of always want to maintain a little bit of throttle. You don't want to come off it completely because that's what it really doesn't like. You can see, I mean, I don't know what it looks like for you, but the sense of speed to me is a bit hard to feel other than the fact that you're going off a corner like that. Oh, go on. Yeah, go on, you would do. I wonder if you get to finish your lap. Look, top time's 1:53. What we got? With a little slide out, don't be too far off. It's alright. Alright, alright. Well, could have moved the start line a bit. They moved the start line. Well, it's going to be closer than that. Right, let's see what we can do. Will it let me finish the lap? Is it one of them? It's one of the things I do think when you're on Forza, like, I wouldn't mind if you started a lap, being able to at least finish the lap. Or at least go until you pick up a penalty. Cool. Skinning me teeth there. Not bad, so I don't really know this course, not on here anyway. Looks completely alien. Look, slow down for that one again, I shouldn't have. Go on. Oh, no, you don't get to finish. You don't get to finish. No, it's just a bit slow. Yeah, traction control's off, although it's on 1 because I put it off on the settings, but then it still seems to be on the car. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Yeah, yeah. You've always got to give it a little bit of double throttle. Like, you don't really want to lift. The lift off oversteer feels like you're driving a Honda Civic. But you know, it's not the worst thing I've tried. I'd struggle to tell you to go out and spend 65 quid on it though. If I was you, definitely, like I say, with the games coming up where you've got PMR, Endurance Motorsport Series. Endurance Motorsport Series, see what that one looks like. That's could be quite fun. Endurance races where you can have people on different locations racing on the same team, taking over. You've got engineer, be in the pit lane. Be interested to see what that one looks like when it comes out. What happened? Where are we? What's happening here? Why am I here? What is going on? Does anyone know what's going on here? Everyone else seems to be driving out of the track. I can't seem to pick any other option. Left bumper, right bumper, don't do nothing. What the... This game is just weird. No, it wasn't good enough to race, obviously. No. What has happened there? It won't let me go to track. There's not... And it's definitely not a warm-up lap. Well, that is... What is that? That's just weird, isn't it? Well, we'll try again. Nope. Yeah, when I came on earlier as well, I wasn't impressed because there was nothing for the 10th, 11th or 12th, and it said there was no races running until the 13th. I was thinking that's a bit moody. Another like 10 minutes to that one. I mean... Right, let's see what a championship's like. Wiki M2. See what the AI is like for now, quickly. Just wait for 10 minutes. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty shocking too, to be honest. I mean, they've had a lot of time to work with this. Pit limiter on. To me, like, you know, the equipment they have and the stuff they have to make a game, it seems lazy nowadays, what they do. Oh yeah, pit limiter, there we go. You always want to, like I say, maintain a little bit of throttle. Probably stay in the higher gear as you enter the corner. Oh, a little bit of slide. But I did say, like in one of my videos recently with this, it's going to definitely probably be more effective on the wheel, like especially to try and find them extra temps. Not saying you can't be faster than some people on a pad. I think the wheel is going to be for this one. Oh. There's a lot of diving under the braking as well, I find. Early shift just to get into it, just to hold the corner. Get back to fifth for some throttle. Now start to brake. Watch the oversteer. Ah, Monica. See how easy it is to unsettle the car. I was carrying some speed, but let's try. Have you seen that rear view mirror as well? The rear view mirror reminds me, I mean, if you're as old as I am, or as young as I am, it reminds me of a Formula 1 game in the 1990s. So I was looking at the rear view mirror. Look at it. It's like there's nothing in the background. All the trees disappear as they go past the car. Who needs to see the trees behind you anyway, eh? Oh, oh. Tough track. Oh, hang on. Right, see what we can do. See if we get a lap. Can't help myself to just want to throw it in there. Does feel like they could just have a little bit more extra grip. I mean, the tyres are hot there, I suppose, but feels like there's a bit of lack of rear end grip here. Oh, no, I thought it was a different bend. Oh, what's the sand like? Sand feels good. Feels sandy. Look, see how much you can overdrive the rear when you get on it. Let's look, what's we got? Yeah, look, no traction control on this time. That's alright then. Use all the road and some more. See, this is going to be another corner you're going to find when you come in fast. It's going to be very easy to unsettle the car like that. Oh. Well, I think you're just going to have to slow down earlier. I haven't tweaked any AI at the moment. Gran Turismo 3, yeah. Oh, look. Sorry, I was at the chats. Come on, knock some bits off the car, though. We'll go straight into qualifying then. That was close. Give him a little bit of room. And then take it back. It does. Oh, it's just. No! I knew he was going to just whack me. Traction control was on again then. Alright, come on, see if we can get a qualifying lap in. And just go into 5th gear just for the entrance to this, because it's going to be easier to hold. Then go down. Hug a little bit of curb. Hope Bay doesn't come in on me. Give me the room, that's alright then. Oh, no. Oh. You can see where the camera just runs off it there, come on. Cool. There's a bump in the grass there, wasn't it? Whoa, wait, ooh. It's definitely difficult on a controller. Not impossible. Of course. I mean, I'll be honest, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't even rival Forza, I'll be honest. There's not, you know, okay things about it, but there you go, got that bit better then. Oh, purple sector 1. Just got to really feather that throttle. Oh, come on, that wasn't a corner cut. Let me overtake me. What, in qualifying? Behave yourself. Round the outside. Whoa. Very nice. Guys, my lap time's definitely better than theirs. We just can't get all the way around without a penalty. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at the screen there, the other screen. Binding the keys is annoying when you turn the game on because you bind them on sort of 2 different pages. It's one of them ones where you always need to be just blipping the throttle a little bit. Maybe not snatching low down in the gears. Right, we're going to go for a lap here. Pole position. Coming up. You can feel it. It's going to go into 5th for the entrance. Look, nice and smooth. Nice. My driving style is probably a little bit aggressive for this game, but we'll make it work. Oh, we've got a clean lap. Oh, nice. Definitely drivable on a pad. Don't know what it's like when you get stuck in with real people though. I'll try and get around the outside of this one, I think. Oh no, inside then. Alright mate, alright. That was a little bit aggressive, I'll give him that, but he's still not coming past. I'm not sure if we can up the AI difficulty or not. I just went in, it was a rookie class. This is the first in the career mode, or you call it a career mode. It's the first in the challenges that you can do. Alright. Right. Let's how do we get out of here? Abandon qualifying. Let's see what there's in multiplayer now. Feel confident in the M2. That's what we've got. Yeah, my tyres are red hot. It's because I probably drive a bit aggressive for this game. I'll have to smooth out. I haven't messed around with tyre pressures either or anything else. I haven't seen anything where you can settle that up, to be fair. At the moment, I'm just jumping in and giving it a whirl on a pad. The pad's obviously probably going to overdrive the tyres somewhat. I'll see what it's like when I get my wheel on it later, John. So you're all having the same problem, Colin and Track Pilot. Have you been through all the bindings? I haven't tried the bindings on the wheels settings yet. That's pro, that's rookie. 3 minutes, there we go. Select car. Oh, look. M4 on LDR8. Ooh. Bit more power. If we go for M4 or LDR8. Yeah, I'll have to have a look at some of them bindings. Agreed, I wouldn't pay full price for it at the moment. Yeah, I think if you're going to be on the PS5 and compare it to Gran Turismo 7, Gran Turismo 7 again is going to just wipe the floor of it for depth, kind of like Forza Motorsport, you know, on the Xbox. You know, we do need more racing games on here, but we need people to you know, hopefully PMR looks like it's got a bit of depth. You've got 11 different classes and that, ranging from classics to new. I know with Forza and Gran Turismo though, people do like building their own cars, so that's something that, you know, you don't really get much more competition in. But you never know, if Gran Turismo and Forza become cross-platform, you could see things like that. But Forza's, you know, Forza's made a really good game and just dropped the ball on the launch, just mental really. We'll try the LDR8. Yeah, time trial on Goodwood while I wait to. I'll do the time trial on Goodwood again. I did do one quickly. I got into 5th place out of 10 people in the electric car. I'll give it another go in a minute. I just want to see what it's like if we can get into race against people. I've done a qualifying earlier, then didn't seem to get into the race. I don't know how it works, what it does. It's very confusing, unintuitive, and mucks around. And for something that, like I say, was launched originally, 2023 or 2022, it's to go like we made a game is full price, a bit strong. I mean, I've bought it so I can get it out early, so I can try and get an advice video out, I suppose. Because, like, honestly, I'd wait 2 weeks if you're playing Forza or something like that, or Gran Turismo. I'd wait 2 weeks for PMR. And I'd wait for this to drop in money if you want to give it a go. If you're desperate to play new racing games, then, and you've got money to burn, then get it. But it's definitely missing bits. I mean, I found bugs in it straight away from having no fuel, no engine sound. I mean, sometimes if you come back into the pits and go back out again, the engine sound comes back on. But there's still, you know, it's not even bugs that don't affect your gaming. It's a bit crap when you get halfway around a starter lap to do your control settings and you run out of fuel, even though it says it's got 50 laps. I'd hold fire on this unless you're desperate or you pre-ordered it. I did pre-order it, but I knew I was going to try and make some sort of honest content with it. It's nice to see the competition on console. I do like it. Do want more racing games in a sense, but to be fair, on the in-car view, it didn't feel too bad either. So I imagine with a wheel, you know, we're going to get a different response. So this is all I've done my testing in this video is on the pad, and what I'll probably do is have a break in a little while and then come back on. I'll set the wheel up, and I'll have a little go on the wheel and see what it feels like. I'll try and go through some of the binding. Yeah, I mean, I agree, Racecraft. Like I say, with Gran Turismo, I mean, Gran Turismo do have their World Series races and things like that, and that's what I think Forza and that miss completely, is like trying to make actual global events out of it instead of just the living room race, if you know what I mean. Because they've done a lot to make a very good game, drive very well, but there's no real competitions on it. Excuse me. Let's get on track. I haven't driven one of these yet, so it'll be interesting. Pit limiter. Will we get in trouble? What track are we on? Oh, didn't take my pit limiter off. I haven't got a clue where I'm going. What track's this? This Road Atlanta. Road Atlanta. Cool, it looks well elevated differently. Right, we haven't done these cars at all, so it'll be interesting to see if we can keep it on the road. And we're going to brake about now. Probably could push that a little bit longer. It's just like, if I jump straight onto Forza now, I think you'd think Forza look better, 100%. Oh, there's our practice over then. I take it you have to click that corner every time, because we seemed to miss the race last time, so there's practice done. Yeah, Forza missed the ball with their game completely, even with the how they went to get longevity. Rather than putting a career mode, they just wanted you to drive around a track for 3 hours trying to unlock parts. But it was like, you know, for people who've only got a is Road Atlanta, for people who only get like a bit of time, you don't really want to spend, you know, 7 weeks of the game just unlocking cars. It's just very alien the way they went about it, very woke, if we wanted to choose different words, you know, kind of work office where they have pregnant men. Yes. The world's just gone mad. But yeah, I can't believe how much they dropped the ball with that, really, especially seeing they already had everything. Okay, yeah, the bugs mainly that I've got is on the entrance mode where you go into the BMW M2. So have I not made it out again? Did I not make it out again? What is that about? Can't it just like send you into a lobby and send you into the pit lane? Yeah, bugs I've found generally are on when you come on the M2 and first come into the game, it seems to have a low fuel or a no fuel bug. But when I went into, if I skip past that section and do all my controller binding in the game and then go to replay that mode through the options screen at the bottom, you can do restart, test, or whatever it is. Run the test, it seemed to be fine then going round and round. But if you first come into the game and you try and run it, when it puts you into that test first, you run out of fuel halfway round. It's very annoying. You can't start the car. A couple of times I went to the control settings, then come back out from the game, and it did allow it to refuel and go. But I think that was more luck than anything else. Other bugs is sound disappearing in multiplayer games. So I've gone into multiplayer. I do the qualifying, whatever, go in, then there's no sound. If I do go back to the pits and come back out, there has been sound the second time round. But they're my main concerns at the moment. I'll try and remember some more as I go round. And the ones where it's not letting me qualify for this race now because there's 5 minutes left. I could easily join the track. I'm sitting in the pit, and apparently because I didn't, I don't know, click another button somewhere while I was chatting, I can't now do the qualifying. Interesting. So yeah, it's not like easy to just jump into a game and do a race. And it doesn't seem like I'm the only person. Out of this lobby there seems to be 4 people going round, and what, 7 of us left. Oh, even more now. Some of them are coming late. Oh no, they're running. How are they running? What's happening here? How do I get running? If you work on it, how do I get into qualifying? People are joining and going. And I've got was not ready. Ugh. Yeah. I mean, I'd have thought after a couple of years of having that out, you'd have sorted that out, to be honest. I mean, don't look at anything else while you've got the game on, because it'll make you not ready for a race, even though you click ready in the top corner. Now, seemingly other people have joined and got in, and I don't know what is the deal with it. Look, session info, nothing, can't do anything. It's on that box on the left hand side. Not doing anything. Don't know if it means I miss the next session or if I start from the back. I don't mind starting from the back, don't bother me. Look, not ready in time, but yet other people have joined. Or, I don't know. Yeah, so the M2 one is misconfigured on the first time setup test, yes. Yes, so when I went in and configured and then went back to the setup test did run fine, but if you try and go into the game and it's unconfigured, it run out of fuel. Is there any way to ready up when the clock's counting down to get a lap in? That's what I want to know. Very annoying. Sitting here for 6 minutes. I should just be able to get out. I'm sitting in the pit lane. Oof. Right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just going to crank the heating on and see if we can get into this race in 2 minutes. I'm back. Could be crossplay issues. I might try turn crossplay off and just see what it offers next time round. We'll see if I can get into the next stage. I've got 1 minute and 3. I'm going to have to watch it like a Hawkeye, because apparently if I don't ready up and ready up again and then click ready up again somewhere else, I won't get in. It just seems very silly that I'm sitting in a lobby. I'm here. I'm on the track. I can't go out. I've got a feeling I'd have done a 126 as well. No, I wouldn't have. I feel like I could have got a third. Jorge, 127. Yeah, and I think GT3 racing, that's obviously all good and everything, but I do think, along with PMR, I do think you need a little bit more depth than GT3 and GT4. I suppose you've got Le Mans. Hey, we'll see. Look, I've clicked ready, and it says I'm waiting for other players. I'm pretty sure that's what it said last time. Oh, I'm in. Well, we're at the back. Oh, someone's gone a bit early. Alright, mate. Oh. I got colliding with another car, really? I haven't had any practice on this track at all. We've got a spinner there. We're up to 5th. Probably lost the podium, but 7 seconds. What we got? How many laps got? I don't know. Oh no, I was looking at the wrong bit of the screen. Well, we got in. We didn't get into the qualifying, but we got into the race. Currently in 5th. Gonna break about now. Probably a little bit early, but better late than never. Better early than never, shall I say? I'm gonna get past this guy. Oh, that's going to cost us. Oh, I've just managed to miss it. Oh, right, that was a corner. I love that. It's hard to predict the rear end of the car sometimes. What an knobhead. Well, people like that all come unstuck on their own anyway. Or with the help of me sometimes. And hopefully if you race clean, don't go, oh no, look, I've gone and done it again. No, Monica. Ooh. Get into first gear. It's punishing. That grass is like Glastonbury after the festival. Do we have to pit or change? I don't know. Do we have to pit? Do we have to do anything like that? Oh. Up to third. Down, up to second. What was that, a lap? I'll have a look at the chat in a second. Oh, hard to judge that bend a bit there. Oh, get off that grass. Definitely think you're better off leaving it in a higher gear through the complex sections. Right, use all the road. Oh, overtaken. Oh, slow down too early again. Oh. Save myself. Come on, let's go get this guy. I'll be honest, it doesn't feel too bad on a pad here. I can't, like, in this GT4 car, I can feel it. It's on the standard settings, ABS on what, 10? Track controls on 7 out of 11. We didn't change anything. Didn't get a time to change anything. It's definitely about managing that off throttle. Alright, let's get a lap. Try not to brake too early for this one. What? That was never a corner cut. It's definitely doable on a pad. I mean, this ain't probably one of the easiest courses I'd have said, especially with the downhill section. It's hard to catch at the bottom, but it's something you definitely see getting faster and faster at. It doesn't feel too hard to work out the braking, to be honest. More the camber of the corners and things is harder. Go on, that was nice. Well, leader's doing 126s. Does it tell you what they're on? I wonder if it tells you whether they're on PC or not. I haven't noticed. Almost lost it. Oh, second place from the back. Can't really moan at that. Let me grab 2 seconds. To be fair, with the dead air, you can actually back out and go and do some time trials, and you can come back in and do it, to be honest. So, yeah, you can. So it does skip some of the dead air, but obviously if you've only got a couple of minutes, it's worth waiting. But if you've got 10 minutes or so, I went in and done a quick time trial on Goodwood earlier, but then we come out and end up missing the race. We didn't apparently ready up. We got up, gained, look, race completed, race positions, we have that. Well, not bad. That was our first race, really. First multiplayer race. From last to second. I'll take that. What else have we got here? Sorry, let me just check my phone. Just got I think that's alright. It's fine, I think there. Where's this one? Hockenheim. Another one we haven't done. 10 minutes. Alright, we've got 10 minutes to Hockenheim. So look, you can go out. You can go back out. Single player. Time trial. We've got Goodwood. Do it in the Audi R8. Let's make it quick. Gamepad feels alright. It feels slow. Like, it does... It's not... I wouldn't say it feels like the best on the gamepad. I mean, I think when you try and play the sim racing games in the gamepad, you're always going to struggle a little bit because it's easy to overdrive a pad than it is a wheel. Wheels you can just let off slightly, and you have to be really nuanced with a pad to do it, or every setting's dialed right in. At the moment, I haven't touched a single setting. All I've done is binded some of the buttons, and yeah, so we're going all standard. There's a lot you can smooth out. It's going to take a little bit of going through. I'll be happy to do it soon. Let's see what we can do on Goodwood. Go on, take the Audi off road. I'm going to floor it. Get across these crossroads, maybe get to about here. Not bad. This is tricky on the pad. Told you that bit was tricky on the pad. I find you have to sacrifice a bit too much time through there. There's a lot on getting the car back from left to right because there's a lot of wallow on the car. Like, unnatural wallow as well. Right. Get on. Oh, well, got through. Keep through there. No. Oh, wow. Good job, the fire engine's there. We can better that. Well, that was a slow start, wasn't it? We'll go again. Go over to the left as much as we can. We're going to leave it in fourth. Now go down, there you go. Good better. Leave it in fourth. Get down. Brake at the end of these black and whites. Nicely through there. Okay. Ping pong through there a little. Ping. Oh. Did it enough haystacks. Felt like a good run though. Let me just make sure that's plugged in there. That's right. Oh, mine's getting caught. Let's go for that again. So we're going to turn in fourth and then go to third to the exit. Brake just after the black and whites this time, because I thought I had more time there. It's only hay. Clip that. Oh, clip that. No. Trying to sneak through there as fast as we can. I definitely think tweaking some controls a little. This definitely. You can do it on the pad. It's one of the ones you've got, especially for third person. It's just a little bit different to predict the movement of the car. Oh, and if you clip the glass like that, it's a pain. How long have we got left for our race? Right, let's go. And we'll check our race time. We're going to get a good time here. Top 10. Top 10, let's go. Beautiful. Now we're sucking diesel. End of the left hand black and whites. Right, we're going to stay left. It's a bit hard to see this corner. No, I knew I was going to do that. No! It's the only bend I've got to slow down a little bit more for. Yeah, it's definitely a ping pong course. No. How long we got left? Last go and then we're quitting out. We'll check when our race is starting. We want to make it. Right, we're going to go to the left. Going to enter it in fourth. It's definitely better. Brake a little. Go down. Oh. Oh, I thought that might have helped me then. Right, I'll be back to that in a second. How long have we got left? 3 minutes. God, we've got enough time. We've got enough time for one more hit. Little dip of the clutch there. Scream the nuts off it. No. No. I mean, I've got time for one more. Ooh. How long is it? Is it 50 seconds? Yeah, this is it, last go. Oh no, there you go, look. Well, I've got confirmers ready. I've confirmed as ready, and now it's locked on this screen. Look. I'm ready. I'm ready. I can't dismiss or be ready. There you go. Obviously I had to wait. I'm impatient. Right, Hockenheim. Should try a different car. Should try the Beamer. The hell's got more power though, isn't it? We'll try the Beamer, might as well. You're playing and you can't change your car. What mode are you playing in? The options are a bit unintuitive. Yeah, I reckon I'll get a good time on that Goodwood. Right. I take it I'm readied up. You never know with this one. We've had one race on, where was we? Road Atlanta. We went from last to second. I was happy with that. We didn't get to qualify because we weren't ready. Now Hockenheim, this is probably going to be tough. Again, haven't had a single lap on here. And you get no racing line assistance on this game, so if you like having racing lines, there isn't any on this game. I don't know if there's any plans for them or anything, but you know, for people who do need them, they're definitely easier to obviously learn a track. Oh, and I've got no engine sound. So if I return to the pit, there you go. So if you have no engine sound, just return to the pit. And it will come back. Now, where are we going to stop for this one? On the green. It's them tight bends that are the scariest because it's so easy to oversteer and then try and snap back onto the throttle. There is assists for like throttle management for lift off and that. I've got them turned off at the moment. The only one I've got on is the throttle blip. The cars each come with their own ABS traction control settings, so even if you set it off. I'll tell you what, that went from a first braking zone. Front tyres hot there. So I think that's the thing you will suffer with some of these like sim games on a control pad, is how much you'll overdrive them front tyres. Oh, I knew I got on too early. Right, I think if you don't click that next stage in the top left corner, you miss the next stage. And I'm pretty sure I clicked it earlier and still missed the next stage, so who knows, there may be another button to click. Keep your eye on the screen. I mean, if you go into some races as well, some races only have one car to pick from. So it depends what you're racing in, to be honest. Okay, we've got qualifying. Where are we going to go? Where are we going to get? I haven't even done a full lap. What is going on? Oh, what? I can go now, can I? God. You know what I was waiting for. Alright, let's see what we can do. See if we can keep it on the track. I'm doubting it. Tricky bend. Could have gone down another gear, I suppose. Oh, too early, too late. Yeah, I think we get a good lap. Always got to watch the throttle on that one because it sort of closed at the end. Front tyre's hot. Right, see what damage we can do. Well, I'm not the fastest in Sector 1. Fluff that a bit, managed to stay on. Can't help but say it does, on third person, still feels a little wooden. Oh, got on the throttle too early, just like I said you shouldn't. What penalty, me? I'm definitely losing time down this end. Getting that turn in's hard work. Still a bit late on that one. Haven't got enough time for another lap, but well, let's have that. Got to use that first gear there to get that front end in. Wow. Yeah, I'm on a pad at the moment, yeah. I'm going to try and do a wheel video later. I'll get off in a little while. I had a new baby boy on Friday, so I can't hog all the time. I've got to jump off, go and sort him out, and then I might come back on and have a little wheel go later and see what we can do with the wheel and wheel settings. Explore them. Now, I don't even know what you do with setting your fuel rates and that in here. I don't even know how much fuel I'm carrying or anything. What have we got? To tell you, 40 litres. Probably enough to go around 25 times. So yeah, I've got too much fuel. Oh, we got a good start. Was it a jump? Drive through penalty. Is that for me? Is that for someone else? Oh, give mate a little bit of room there while dodging the others. Well, the drive-through penalty is going to cost us, that's for sure. How many of you are planning to play this on the pad and how many are planning to play it on the wheel? Oh. We're not going to settle for that. We'll have that place back. Come on. Oh. I knew he was going to tell me off for that one. That drive-through penalty is going to cost us. What'd you get for not driving through, I wonder? I think he's a little bit hard on his brakes there. Just missed him then. I think we have to do that horrible drive-through penalty. It's even worse than a drive-through penalty. It's almost a drive around the pitch penalty. Oh. There's going to be punishment for that now. Oh, we'll just drive through me. Stop. Go away. Well, got 11 seconds to third. Oh, don't touch the grass. So you really need to chuck it into that first and then the front to come in. It is hard to get that steering on. What? Come on. Right, I need to try and make some more room, more spaces. Don't know if we're going to. So I'm going to tell you the steering on the wheel problem that everyone seems to have. I'm going to suggest is probably binding. It's going to be to do with what the assignments are, I imagine. I'll have a look when I go to wheel settings. At the moment I'm on a pad. I will jump off in a little while. Maybe after this race I'm just going to have a little break. And then I will come back on and we'll go through wheel settings. I haven't done any wheel pad settings, to be honest. I'm racing this just with the pad settings. I've binded the buttons. If you need help binding the pad buttons, let me know. But I found when you come in and you went into the initial test part of the game and you bind the buttons, it'd make the car run out of fuel and not be able to complete. So I did go in, bound the buttons, or binded the buttons to where I wanted them. Went back and done that, it was fine. And then the other controller settings I've left all the same. But it is one of them games where there's too many, what would you call them, too many assignments for a control pad. You need a keyboard with 2 joysticks. But to get you racing and doing what you need to do, flashing your lights at people to piss them off and everything else, there's enough buttons for that. Right, Tenor says he has us off. He's really going to want to defend. Come on, sure he is. Have we got one more lap? Let's see what we can do. I'd say the BOP's not bad for the game though. Like the cars that I've tested in the classes, I think we've done GT4. I mean, obviously the M2. I haven't really tried GT3 yet, I don't think, but they feel balanced pretty well. Then who knows how much difference you're actually getting in each model. They probably do feel slightly different from one another. We did have a go in the Audi last time. Nice, got round him. Also, there is a kind of restriction on how fast you can go down the gears generally. Doesn't seemingly let you just slam down gears, which I suppose is a normal thing. Is that over? Have we done? We've got one more lap. We've got more. Get to the 40s. Probably carrying too much fuel though as well. Definitely think fuel load's going to play up. Tyre wear and pressure, kind of like ACC, I just don't know how much so far. But he's got the slipstream. Downforce, I don't even know what we can do with the car, to be honest. Not at the moment, or I don't know where to do it. The rear view mirror is terrible. I've said it already. It's like yeah, Gran Turismo 3 or Formula 1 1994. Where you look at the trees in front, trees in front, trees in front, trees in front, no trees behind, nothing. We're finished. Or something like that. Oh, something left something there. Well, sixth wasn't amazing. It's about where we were. We had a stop-go penalty, so not too bad, I suppose. And the other people left, so made it easy for me. Yeah, so my steering, when I was buying in the control pad, my steering worked when I was looking in the settings. But what I found was if you go through the binding, there's a binding for steering, and then there's a binding for steering left and steering right. When I filled in all the bindings, even with the same joystick settings, like because I was using the left thumbstick, so when I set steering left to left on thumbstick and steering right to right on thumbstick, because the bindings were in both places, it didn't work. So I'll show you what I mean if I can quickly, if I can remember where it was. So I'll go to the controller. So you've got two types of bindings. If you push right bumper, you've got the binding there, which is mainly for start engine, traction control, your MG UK shit and headlights and all that stuff. But then if you go back to driving, and then right trigger for obviously here, you're going to be wheels and pedals. I'll have to plug mine in to probably get the settings. But see, it's got steering on the left joystick there at the top. When I had that, it was still doing this with the joystick on the right hand side, but then, or what did I change then? Who knows? Where was it? If you come down here, it's then got turn left and turn. See, look, turn left. Now, if I bind that to also be the joystick, it won't turn. It won't turn. So I'm going to suggest I will have a little go. I'm going to get my wheel out in a minute. I will have a little go and I'll go through the binding and I'll see if I can sort out that problem for anyone. I will have a little fiddle around with it. So yeah, bear with me. I'm going to jump off now. Stream for a couple of hours. Like I said, I did have a baby on Friday, so I've got to go check on him quickly. Not that there isn't anyone else to check on him, but you know, I like to have my go. So yeah, I'll be back on a little while. We're jumping on the steering wheel and we'll see how useless I am on a wheel. Alright. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. I'll see you all soon. But if there is any questions, whack them on this feed or whatever, or even message me in one of the other Rennsport videos or whatever, or on here, and I will get back to you.